Good afternoon, everybody. So, last video, I mentioned that I had a list of things that must be done. And so, I think I might have bit off more than I could chew because I wanted to get these things done within a 24-hour time span. But I do have a job I must go to, and although I don't sleep much, I make an effort at trying to get some form of shut-eye. Otherwise, my brain is going to permanently delete me on Facebook. And that would be unfortunate. So let me give you an update on the greens, as you can see sitting right over here. Check this out. I went ahead and I left them uncovered overnight one night, shortly after the last video. And the long neck spinach here somehow got slightly ransacked by the cat troop that hangs out here in the garden. And a few of the seedlings or sprouts got destroyed, but they're bouncing right back. And I believe I've got even maybe another sprout right there popping up. The ones that got damaged are re-sprouting. Look at that. I think it's only encouraged them. So all is well in the greens universe. Can't complain too much. I'm ecstatic about the mesclun. Look at that. Tell me that's not gorgeous. I mean, these guys are really just, they're flourishing. They are really going to be just stunning. So I'm excited about that. The romaine lettuce is taking its time. I think it's going to just, mosey along, but it is sprouting. As you can see, we've got a few of them right there. So I'm going to leave this uncovered today. Since I am home, I can keep a proper eye on them. And that way the cat troop does not attack them. Over here underneath this plastic canopy is the kohlrabi. And I discovered we've got some sprouts growing. Look at that. We got 3 of them. Got 1. There's number 2. And there's number 3. Right there. I'm really excited about that. So we've got these growing on. That's fantastic. So I'm excited. See, kohlrabi now has become, I think, my favorite vegetable. And it's been bumped up to number 1. And spinach, which was my favorite vegetable, has been bumped down to number 2. I mean, I like all vegetables, but God, kohlrabi is absolutely delicious. It has the texture of potato when you steam it. And my intentions are to actually do a little cooking experiment and make some kohlrabi chips, or fries, if you will. And so that's going to be fantastic. I want to bring you up to speed on the temp of the compost. Now, I went ahead, let's go ahead and take a walk. And the temperature is not as high as I was hoping. And I'm thinking it's because I placed the compost thermometer low on the mound. And that might be the reason. Because the heat does rise. And there's the temp right now. It's about at 50 Celsius, which is about 120 degrees Fahrenheit. And it was at 54 degrees Celsius, which is about 130 degrees Fahrenheit, or 125, excuse me. And it's dropped a little bit, so it's active. So what I'm going to probably wind up doing is I'm going to pull the thermometer out of the compost and place it higher up on the mound here. Because that's where I usually place it. So I think that will give it a proper reading, and that will be after I pull it out, temper it, and then reinsert it back into the compost. Now, with that said, this compost was much higher, and it's going, I think it's been about a week right now since I last did an update on the compost. This has dropped down tremendously, and especially after I've covered it much better, so that way the cats don't make biological deposits in it, if you know what I mean, because that's just foul. But it's been properly protected, and it's still breaking down, and I'm excited about this. Very, very excited. So let me show you a little bit of the list of things I got done. So I mentioned in the last video that along one of the fence lines, I was going to go ahead and take care of kind of a giant long bed, if you will. And it was starting right here and going all the way down right here. And this was kind of an all-day project, so I wound up clipping back some of the branches that were growing out of these saplings This is a particular plant. Let's go over here and take a closer look at it. I don't know the species of it, and I did download a plant recognition app, but it wasn't that great, and I have to admit I didn't use it a lot, and I should do that. But if anyone can recognize this, these pop up everywhere. There's a couple of them growing in the garden. I really need to pull them because once they have established a root system, it is really difficult to pull them out. So I've got to get to that straight away. But I don't know the species of this, but I did trim it back and made it a lot more flush against the fence line here. So the idea is that the branches that are growing like these, I'm going to intertwine along here because they look really fantastic in a woven fashion. So next spring, which is pretty much just around the corner, if you will produce these lovely leaves and kind of create a wall along this fence and give it a better look, because it's a chain link fence, and it's unsightly. So this finally got done, and I don't know if you remember, there was a plant here. Cannot remember the species. It was given to me, but it ran its course, perished, and so I composted it over in that tumbler right there. You see that tumbler? It's right in there now. So that's what I did, and so that got composted. This bed got done, and as far as another thing on the list of tasks I said must be done is this. Take a look at this. I know it may not look it, but if you do go back through some of the videos I had, I said I would clean out the garage, and look at it. I think it's kind of organized now. I did a massive sweep, cleaned up underneath this table right here, which will be my prep table for a lot of things. There's a lot of my amendments and whatnot and everything, and fertilizer, like the fish fertilizer right there, and of course you got your diatomaceous. Anyways, you don't need a list of all that stuff, but all this got done, and it got swept out under. I took down the spider webs because there were a lot of spider webs up and everything like that, so that got done, and I'm very happy at what I accomplished in this garage. And I went ahead and created a few things that are getting donated. Here's some clothing that's going to get donated because I'm still pursuing this clothing drive. I've got some good news on that here in just a moment. There's Harmony. She's officially the cat of the garden / food forest. The rest of the cat troop, they're just tag-alongs. She got stepped on last night because she kept winding around my feet as I was doing tasks. I was doing rather well dodging her. However, she landed just the right way, and so did my foot. And she yelped, took off, but she's back, and all is well in the cat universe, right? You doing all right then, huh? You forgive me? Yep, you do. Of course you do. I give you food. Anyways, tools are right here now. Make sure they don't get weathered and whatnot. And then I've got a pile of donations that are going to the Goodwill. All that. And this is from cleaning up the garage. So I'm very happy at that task. Now, speaking of donations, take a look at this. Like I said, the patio's all clean. Donations. Right, this really made me happy. As you know, I've started a clothing drive. I started this clothing drive last month, and in October. And I was going to do it all the way to the end of December, but I decided that I'm going to push it even further and do it till the end of February 2021. Maybe even all the way into the first 2 weeks of March of next year. And the reason being is because here in this area of the country, January and February are the coldest months, and you get kind of like ice and whatnot, and I don't know what this winter is going to look like, but I do not believe it's going to be very cold, because we've still got like temperatures, like at 17 Celsius right now, so it's really warm, here right now. And so I think it gets chilly at night, but in the daytime it feels like spring. Look, all those clothes that were in the back of the vehicle, donated. And I can't tell you guys, give a big round of applause to the team at Starbucks in Forest Hill, Texas. They are amazing. Guys, congratulate yourselves, commend yourselves. You're going to help families have proper clothes this winter and keep warm and hopefully even dry. I mean, this is just, I love it. It's just amazing. I love seeing us humans do something other than find any reason possible to war with each other. And because that's just far too easy. And I've learned in life, when something is very easy to do, there's always a catch. All those clothes went to Beautiful Feet Ministries. I will place the link in the description below, or I should say their email address. And that way you can always reach out to them. If you ever are willing to donate clothing, I encourage you, please do. You can reach out to Starbucks in Forest Hill, Texas, USA. I'll leave the address and link below as well. You can speak to myself, Peter, or you can reach out to the general store supervisor, Kimber Davis. Lovely, lovely person, by the way. And look at that. I mean, that really pleases me. This is amazing. We can do this, guys, as a human species. We can do something a lot different than what we've been doing for centuries. And that is finding some way to hurt one another. I think we should be over that by now, don't you? Hey, let's take a look in the back really quick. Got more coffee grounds in the back. So I've got 9 bags of coffee grounds here, and there are 3 more bags in the actual garden itself. That gives me 9 bags. Now, on average, I take home maybe, I would say, between 20, 21 bags a week of coffee grounds for my job alone. If we had more individuals gardening and creating their own food, and then hitting up every coffee shop they possibly can, and taking home on an average of 20 bags of coffee grounds, do you know how much that would spare the landfill for the coffee grounds? It's giving it right back to Mother Nature. She wants it back. She doesn't mind. I mean, I encourage you all, if you're gardening or if you're starting a garden, you can get free coffee grounds at any of your local coffee shops, and Starbucks does not mind partnering with them. I don't think any coffee shop really minds partnering with them. So definitely, guys, do this. It spares the landfill. It's a form of giving back to Mother Nature, and it also helps keep you self-sustained in the sense of food. You get clean food that way. So, as you can see, here's the vehicle. It's not exactly a stellar vehicle, and its state's kind of horrendous, but I am actually looking to sell this puppy. I'm actually looking to get rid of it for about $3,000 or best offer. So comment below if you're interested in a 2008 Chevrolet Blazer. You can always leave a comment below, and you can also reach out to Peter at Starbucks in Forest Hill, Texas, USA. Again, I'll leave the link in the description below for the address and the telephone number to that said Starbucks. So I can't wait to get rid of this puppy, because the moment I get the funds from selling this, I'm going to get a proper vehicle to transport all these raw materials such as cardboard and coffee grounds. Now, on an upside note, I've got an even better note, that is, I'm excited about something, guys. And if any of you have been following along on a honorary flower that I'm growing for a particularly fallen officer, you will understand why I'm excited. So check this out. All right, here we go. Very excited. Look at this. This fallen officer that I mentioned, again, if those who've been following along, is the late Officer Alexander Arango, and his mom, Carmen Arango. They perished due to the coronavirus. And I can't instill you guys enough. Life is massively short, guys. It can be gone in a flicker. We really need to take advantage of what we have, and realize how short it can be cut if we don't utilize the time we have here on Earth. Look at this, guys. Let me see if I can position this right. Forgive my camera work. Always telling you guys to forgive my camera work. You should know by now that I'm using my phone. Don't know why I'm constantly redundant. But look at this. Hold on now. There we go. Let's pull this out. And if you can see, let's go over to the window. Do you see that? We've got a sprout. We've got a sprout. And I'm praying it's not a rogue seed from the compost or soil that I've made here. But I think it's actually the phlox, because this is right where I sowed the seed inside this little planter. I cannot wait. I'm excited about this. This is so awesome. Oh, I can't wait. Now, as far as and I think this is the Limhi phlox that got sowed right here in this one. I purposely did not label them, just so, I don't know, I can't properly articulate why, but I just wanted to grow them, you know. This one I believe is the blue diamond, and I don't see any sprouts on these yet. Let's pan around here. Got the fan on. Nothing in that one. I don't see any sprouts in that one, nor do I see any sprouts in this one either. But you know what? I'm tenacious. So if I don't see any sprouts here in the next 10 days or like 20 days or whatever, I'm going to go ahead and seek out more blue diamond phlox seeds, and they're going to get grown because I definitely want to do this. I picked the phlox flower because it represents unity, friendship, bonding, acceptance, and I think that's what the Arangos would want. Guys, you're being honored, and it is an honor for me to do this. It really is. As always, guys, please like and subscribe. All right, definitely comment below. Let me know any pointers you may be able to give me because I am open to constructive criticism. And as always, guys, let's go out of our way to properly treat each other with a sense of dignity. Let's pull away from this need to be so polarized, and let's stay away from volition and oppression, and just we can do something a lot different. I hate it when I can't articulate exactly the feelings I have towards that. We are the most amazing and resilient species you can possibly imagine on Earth, the most. And we can do better than what we're doing. It's been far too long for centuries of us just warring, bickering, fighting. It's a monopoly. Let's pull away from it, okay? Guys, keep your chin ups. Make someone smile. Notice the people around you. Let them know they're seen, recognized, and have a blessed and wonderful day. God bless, guys.